Imagine I told you there's a new channel that's blowing up with insane numbers thanks to a unique approach inside a super popular niche. The channel I'm talking about is called Fallout Raccoon. It was created back in May 2015, but they only started uploading content 3 months ago. And here's the crazy part. With just 31 videos, they've already reached 65,000 subscribers, and several of their videos have pulled in hundreds of thousands of views. For example, one of their recent uploads from just 6 days ago has already passed 300,000 views. Now, you're probably wondering what exactly they're doing. Their main topic is how to survive the apocalypse, the kind of information that could literally save your life in an emergency. If you've been following my channel, you already know I introduced a similar niche before, and it was packed with powerful tips and tricks. But the real question is, how can we create content this engaging and build our own unique character? In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything step by step, from designing your character and finding ideas to producing and editing the final video, and more importantly, how we can use our creativity combined with AI to create a highly professional video in the shortest time possible. Before we jump into the tutorial, let's watch a quick demo of the video we're going to create together. Ready? Let's go.
Imagine this. The city has been dark for 9 days. Not a rolling blackout, not a storm outage, but a permanent, cascading failure of the North American grid that every expert quietly knew was possible, but nobody was allowed to prepare for at scale. The streets are littered with abandoned vehicles frozen in gridlock. Supermarkets have been stripped to the concrete, and the first wave of organized groups is moving block by block with lists, maps,
Finding the topic. Before we start creating the video, the first thing we need is ideas that are both engaging and able to hook the viewer from the very first seconds. To find ideas, we can take inspiration from competitor channels or even use articles available across the internet. All you have to do is search on Google how to survive in the apocalypse. And as you can see, dozens of websites and articles will show up, giving you tons of great ideas to use. But I've made this step much easier for you. Just open the doc file I linked in the description, copy the instruction from the title prompt section, paste it into Grok, and hit enter. Grok immediately gives you a list of 15 ideas, each one practically ready to turn into a full video. And if you don't like the ideas, simply tell it, give me more ideas, and it will generate a brand new list for you. With this method, you'll always have access to dozens, if not hundreds of different topics for creating videos, with no limitations.
Writing the script. Now that we found our ideas, it's time to write our script. You have 2 paths for writing your script. First, if you truly want to succeed, you need to discover your own storytelling style. Just learn from competitor channels, watch their videos, and shape your own narrative style. Second, you can open the doc file and use the command from the script prompt section, then paste it into Grok. At the beginning of the command, there's a spot where you can place your chosen idea, so the script will be generated based on that exact concept. For example, I'm using idea number 3. I copy it, paste it into the designated section, and press enter. As you can see, Grok immediately starts writing the script. Since we're planning to make videos longer than 20 minutes, we'll need a longer script. Just type next part and Grok will continue writing exactly from where it stopped. Using this method, you can create engaging scripts for videos longer than 20 minutes too. I recommend editing the script again in your own style and taste to achieve the best possible result.
Creating the voiceover. The next step is creating the voiceover. My constant recommendation is that you always read the script yourself. It's the best thing you can do. But if for any reason you don't want to or can't do it, you can use AI to create professional voices. First, open your preferred text-to-speech generator. For this tutorial, I'm using 11 Labs. Just go to Google, search 11 Labs, and open the site. Then, log in using your Google account. On the new page, click the text-to-speech option to enter the voice creation section. Now go back to Grok and copy your script. To keep this tutorial short, I'm only copying a portion of the script and pasting it into 11 Labs. In the voices section, you can listen to different voices and choose whichever one matches the style of your videos. I personally choose the voice named Chris, and then I click generate to create the audio. As you can see, 11 Labs generates the audio in 2 versions. And in the end, you can listen to each one and easily download whichever you prefer.
Creating images. Now we're getting to the exciting part of the process. And honestly, the most important step in this entire tutorial, creating images. The sample channel we looked at uses a fixed character for all their videos, which in their case is a raccoon. Since we don't want to copy the sample channel, we first need to create our own unique character. Just open the docs file, copy the character prompt, and then go to Google and search for Whisk, which is currently the best and most reliable tool for generating consistent character. Open the link, click on Enter Tool, paste your prompt, set the size to YouTube format, and hit Generate. A few seconds later, your character will be created. As you can see, I chose a wolf character, but you can personalize the prompt however you like and create a bear, a fox, or anything else you prefer. This way, you design a character that truly belongs to your channel. Now let's move on to generating images for our script. All you need to do is copy the image prompt from the docs file, paste it into Grok, and press Enter. A moment later, Grok will ask you to input your script. Simply copy any part of your script that you want image prompts for, paste it, and hit Enter. Grok immediately starts generating prompts. At first, it creates only 8 prompts, but if you ask it for more, it continues from exactly where it left off. Using this method, you can generate prompts for your entire script. One important but personal preference, I choose where the character should appear in the images. As you'll see in the prompts, some scenes specify that the character should be included and others that it should not be included. Make sure you don't include the character in every single image. If you want prompts for each individual section of your script, simply copy that part of the text and ask Grok to create, for example, 20 prompts based on it. The prompts will be crafted exactly according to your text. After that, copy the prompts, go back to Whisk, paste them, hit Generate, and your images will start appearing. You can create as many images as you need using this workflow, but we're still not done. As I mentioned earlier, in some prompts, the character needs to be present. So for example, copy one of those prompts, paste it into Whisk, and hit Generate. A few seconds later, the image appears, but as you'll notice, sometimes your character won't be in the scene, or a different character may show up. To fix this, simply go to the subject section, upload the character you created earlier, and click Generate again. A moment later, your character will be added to the image. This method lets you maintain a consistent and unified character across all your videos. Sometimes you may want to personalize the character or create different poses. For that, just go to Google and search for Gemini. Open the website and click on Create Image to enable Nano Banana. Then upload your character and type in the instructions you want. For example, I type, make my character hold a bow and wear a jacket similar to Daryl's from The Walking Dead. Press Enter, and a few seconds later, you get a professional, detailed new pose. This way, you can create any pose you want for your character, fully tailored to the scenes in your script.
Editing. Now we've reached the final part of the tutorial, but before jumping into editing, we first need to create an eye-catching thumbnail for our videos. To make the thumbnail, just open the doc file and copy the thumbnail prompt. Paste it inside Grok and hit Enter. Grok instantly generates a thumbnail prompt for you. Now copy that prompt and head over to Leonardo AI. Paste it there, hit Generate, and after a moment, your thumbnails will appear. But as you can see, the characters it generates don't match our main character. To fix this, simply paste the same prompt inside Whisk again and hit Generate. This time, the thumbnail is created using our own character, and we can easily customize it and turn it into a more professional-looking thumbnail. Now we move on to editing. For editing videos, I use the desktop version of CapCut. Just click on Create Project to enter the editing workspace. From the Import section, bring in all your images and the audio file. First, drag the audio file onto the timeline. AI-generated voices usually contain long silent gaps, so remove those silences. Just be careful not to damage the original speech. Then, select the entire audio file, click on Create Compound Clip, and it will merge into a single clean audio track. Next, it's time to add the images to the timeline. Try to keep the visuals synchronized with the narration and show images that match what the voiceover is talking about. In this tutorial, things might not be perfectly aligned because I'm mainly demonstrating the workflow. After adding all the images, we move on to adding overlays. You can download this overlay from Pixabay. Just search for Glow White Overlay and you'll get plenty of options. Or you can use the snow effect inside CapCut. This part is completely stylistic and you can make your video more appealing using your own creativity. The next step is keyframes. To make the video more visually pleasing, click on the first image and add a keyframe. Move the timeline cursor to the end of the same image and slightly increase the scale to create a smooth and subtle zoom effect. Repeat this for all images. Now it's time for subtitles. From the caption section, click Generate
to automatically create subtitles. It may take a little time, but eventually the subtitles appear. Make sure to check them carefully to fix any typos or errors. Then, from the template section, you can apply any effect or style you like to the text. As an example, I selected one of the templates here. Next, we need to add background music. Just go to the YouTube audio library, set the genre to cinematic and the mood to dark to find music that fits this style. Listen to a few options and choose whichever feels right. Personally, I picked the track Apocalyptic Echoes. Download it, go back to CapCut, import the music, drag it onto the timeline, trim the extra ending, and lower the volume so it doesn't overpower the main voice. And now our video is complete, and you can export it in the best quality. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share any suggestions you have in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon with a brand new niche.
Imagine this. The city has been dark for 9 days. Not a rolling blackout, not a storm outage, but a permanent, cascading failure of the North American grid that every expert quietly knew was possible, but nobody was allowed to prepare for at scale. The streets are littered with abandoned vehicles frozen in gridlock. Supermarkets have been stripped to the concrete, and the first wave of organized groups is moving block by block with lists, maps, and crowbars. You hear glass shatter 3 houses down, then 2, then the footsteps stop directly in front of your address. They know exactly how many minutes you have left before they test your doors and windows, because you have watched the pattern for a week from behind blackened curtains. Most people in your subdivision are already gone, taken, or hiding in plain sight with porch lights that will never come back on, and mailboxes overflowing with eviction notices from a government that no longer exists. The mistake they all made was assuming that a house that looks normal from the street would be treated as neutral. It isn't. In collapse conditions, every visible structure that still has intact windows, an undamaged roof, and no signs of being looted becomes a magnet for desperation. And desperation, once it reaches critical mass, moves with the efficiency of a military